YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino and we're looking at a beer. This beer was sent to me from BC by the one and only Steve. Thank you very much, Steve. He actually sent me this giant flag too. I gotta find out where the hell I'm gonna put this giant flag, because it's a full-size flag. I have like a half flag in the window. Full-size flag. You know, we're going to set up a studio out in the garage for during the summer. I might actually put this up out in the garage for part of the studio. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Maybe it'll go down here. Maybe. I don't know. Down here is running out of wall space, though. I don't know if I'll really find a place for it down here. It might have to go in the garage. Studio. Anyway, beer we're looking at is the first beer I've ever had by this brewery, and this brewery is Bridge Brewing, and Bridge Brewing is in BC, but where in BC? Charlotte Road, North Vancouver. Look at their, I wonder if I can actually scan that tonight or not. Look at that friggin' barcode. That's a bridge. Their barcode is a bridge. That's pretty awesome. I don't know if that'll scan or not. This is 5.5% alcohol, and this is the Bourbon Blood Orange Wheat Ale. So a Bourbon Blood Orange Wheat Ale. It sounds like there's way too much going on, to be honest with you. Brewed with North Shore water, Pilsner malt, special W malt. Is that special wheat malt? I don't know. Caramel Vienna malt, Munich malt, wheat malt, Magnum and Cascade hops, bourbon, and yeast. Well, where's the blood orange? I thought you said this is a blood orange. There's no blood orange on there. And bourbon is an ingredient on its own. Now, how am I going to say that? You know what? Here's what I'll say. I find, wow, who cleaned that? Okay, we're not drinking out of that glass. But look at that. Who cleaned that? Wow. Obviously, that wasn't even cleaned with the bottle brush. So what I'll do is I will put the bottle brush in it so that it's remembered to be bottle brushed. And we'll put it off to the side. And we will pull out the Carling glass. Not the glass I wanted for this beer, but hey, I wanted that one. I figured it was clean. Woe is me. So yeah, what I'll say about bourbon in a beer, is that it's lazy. I do think that anytime you take a liquor and you just pour the liquor in the alcohol, well, in the beer, it's kind of lazy. You could get the bourbon flavor from like bourbon soaked oat. You could get it from a lot of different things. However, now that I'm saying it's lazy, and I don't want the brewery to get mad at me. I don't want to get anyone out there to get mad at me. I've done it myself. I've made a bourbon beer by pouring bourbon in. It's easy, and that's why I'm saying it's kind of lazy. It's the home brewer's way of making bourbon flavors in beer, or making gin flavors in beer, or making tequila flavors in beer. It's the easy way to do it. I don't know if it's actually cheaper or not. Mattering how big the batches are, I could see that maybe it was. But I mean, then you also come down to, if you poured a bourbon into your beer, should you not possibly owe a royalty to the bourbon company that you used? There's just lots of questions. So 5.5% alcohol. My only real question, though, is where is the blood orange? That's my real question. It doesn't even say natural flavors or anything. But I'm really intrigued about this. It sounds really cool. Thank you very much to Steve for sending it. Bridge Brewing. My very first beer from Bridge Brewing. I do believe there was a Bridge Brewing in Nova Scotia. I believe this was a topic at one point on BDU, that there was more than one Bridge Brewing and that somebody was changing their name. Now, I didn't Weiss roll this, so that might not be how well you can see through it in the end. That's my cell phone going off again. Bright white head, it is fading. Snap, crackle, pop is big. Slight, like, orangey hue. Little bit of Little bit of haze, not all that much. Not at all anything into what you would expect from a wheat. Still not all that much, but the bottom is still in the glass. In the can. Scent. Let's do this can first. Okay, that is the strangest thing in the world to me. Okay, so that is the strangest thing ever. It smells legit like, say, an American wheat. So no orange, no coriander. At least out of the can. No orange, no coriander, no banana, nothing like that. But just wheat and bourbon. Like I'm getting vanilla, I'm getting leather, I'm getting oak, I'm getting a breadiness. Yeah, that is the weirdest thing ever. Out of the glass, I'm not really getting anything. Okay, so here's where I'm at. Visually, it's appealing, but not as appealing as it could be. But then, like I said, it could be my fault. Because I didn't Weiss roll it. It might actually be thicker. I like my wheat beers to be very, very thick. We'll see. We'll see how it goes once I add more to it. Scent-wise, intriguing, very intriguing. Let's try the beer. Cheers. Okay. Very, very soft carbonation. And for a wheat beer, lighter mouthfeel than I expected. I'd say it's light medium, if anything. Like, it's still on the light side, but it has something there. Still not that much haze and almost out of it. Oh, I swallowed that wrong. Oh, the Bridge Brewing. That's nothing against your beer. I apologize for that facial expression I made. That wasn't your brewing. That was me. That was all me. Okay. There we go. The very bottom is where it all was. Now I'd say it's fully visually appealing for me. So, the beer. The beer. Went through the mouthfeel already. Flavor. When you say blood orange, I expect blood orange. When you say it's a bourbon blood orange wheat ale, and then don't have blood orange anywhere on the ingredients or orange at all, you have already failed my expectations. My expectation management is out the window already. Then you just throw bourbon in, which, as I said, I think is the home brewer's way to make a bourbon flavor in a beer. Excuse me. But I digress on that as well. Yeah. Flavor of the beer. No orange. No orange at all. No orange peel, no orange zest, no orange anything. No orange, so I'm saddened by that. So I'm going to put out there right away that I apologize if I give this beer a lower mark than you would. But again, expectation management comes from what is on the can. The bottle, whatever it is, the name of the beer should at least give me an idea of what I'm getting with the beer. That being said, I actually like the beer. I actually do. The few sips I've taken of the beer, I actually like that. That fact that I still have tears in my eyes, it makes me sad because it makes it look like I don't like the beer. There is a very apparent weediness that goes from the beginning right to the end. It's very bready. There is a bit of vanilla. There's a bit of shoe leather almost. So vanilla, shoe leather, a bit of oaky tannins, almost. Well, I shouldn't say oak per se. I should say woody. A bit of woody tannins, almost like you. Actually, it's fully like you took a tongue depressor, a wooden tongue depressor from the doctor, and held it at the back of your mouth. You get that dry, woody tannin taste all the back there. All in all, it's a good beer. All in all, I'm just depressed that it doesn't actually have the blood orange flavor. All in all, it's a good beer though. So what do you do with it? Do you rate it high because you like it? Do you rate it low because it has no blood orange flavor at all, and it's completely failed your flavor expectations? Do you rate it in the middle? What do you do? I don't know what I do with it. It's my first beer from the brewery. It really intrigued me when I read the title, when I pulled it out of the box. And then it kind of let me down when I drank it. But again, it didn't really let me down because I like the flavor of the beer. It just kind of let me down. All in all, okay. All in all, I like the beer, and that's all that matters. Don't care about anything else. I like the beer. Out of 10 on the beer? Probably give it a 7. I'd probably buy it again, but it just saddens me with what I was expecting. I was expecting almost like a Terry's chocolate orange with a heavier mouthfeel and a bit of vanilla and woodiness to it. That's kind of what I was expecting. What I got was just kind of a woody, vanilla, leathery wheat ale, which is fine. It tastes good. I really enjoy it. I do. So, Bridge Brewing, thumbs up from the Rhino for the first beer I've had by you. You probably don't care for this review. I don't really care either, to be honest. I just talk. I sit in front. Here's the difference between a written review of your beer, and this is by people that actually know what they're doing. I do have my Cicerone stuff and my beer judge stuff and all that over there. But here's the difference between a written review by somebody that knows what they're talking about, a spoken review, and a thought out scripted spoken review. This I just ramble. I ramble on what comes to my mind as I go. A written review just sounds so much better because they get to sit there and they get to go, no, that didn't sound good. What word would be better? No, that still doesn't make it sound like the way I want it. So I actually do think that this, as much as anyone can do this, you don't even need to be able to read and write to do this. I think that communicating your thoughts through video form on beer is harder than communicating your thoughts through writing, because you have forever to think of that. Ugh. Excuse me. I like the beer. You did a good job. I just wish there was more orange in it. I wish there was actual orange in it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful night. I'll drink that while I play the next section of my video game.